Hey everybody, happy Friday. So let's talk about DevOps, and I got a good news for you if you want to learn DevOps. Um, 2025 we are just gonna slide into 2026 soon. So if you want to learn DevOps and you haven't been completely manipulated by AI and all that hype, then you're on a good path. And I got a good news for you. There is plenty of demand for DevOps people. Okay, so you want to learn DevOps. How do you even start? Okay, if you're just starting off, learning DevOps starts. Unfortunately, it starts with learning software development a little bit. So you have to go that down that path. You don't have to be a really amazing unicorn sort of engineer. You don't have to work for a big company or any of that, but you have to know a little bit of software development. You need to know what is compiling. You need to know how does a program run on a machine. You need to even know how does your computer work. These just basic things. And once you spend some time learning development and you build few sites, you kind of understand. You push some sites up to the server. You kind of have some general idea how things work. Okay, that's step number one. Step number two, then you actually get into DevOps. Okay, but when you get into DevOps, you're gonna need work. You're gonna need training. You gotta sort of take things from one place to another, deployment, for example, and you're gonna need something that is gonna help you do that. It's kind of just assist you. So, for example, if you have a website and you wanna push it up to the server, um, you need the website first to push up, right? And if you don't even have website, you don't have code base, you don't know what to push up, all you're gonna do is just theory. You're gonna just be playing around with things. You're not really gonna learn anything like that. Okay, so once you have built a website, you wanna push it up to the server. How do you push it to the server? How do you SSH into the server? What commands are useful and all that stuff? So you need a website. That's why you need to learn a little bit of software development. Okay, now you have a website. Now you need to deploy it. How do you deploy? Where do you deploy? Does it cost? Are servers free? Um, what's the hosting? Can you host it locally on your computer? All that stuff. But you do need a website to start off. Okay, so learn software development a little bit, and then you're naturally gonna move towards DevOps, because you are gonna be doing things to push the site live or up. And these things are the same ones that the DevOps people do. So you'll naturally learn DevOps. And so once you have a website, you want to push it to the server. Okay, how do you push it? What is FTP? What is SSH? What is SSH client? What is SFTP? What are the keys to connect to the server? All these things you're gonna learn, but you have to have a website first, and then naturally, as you want to push the site up, you're gonna learn all these things. So have a site and then start learning DevOps. Okay, now I think the best way to learn DevOps, I think personally, is to go down the cloud route. So what I mean by that is, you sign up on Amazon. Okay, literally just go there and sign up. The first thing you want to do is the site that you build, you want to push it live. Okay, how do you start? What you have to do first, what you have to do afterwards, I don't know. That's up to you to figure out. Okay, but you're gonna go on Amazon Web Services, you're gonna sign up, create an account, and then you're gonna go from there. Just Google, how do I upload a site to Amazon Web Services? It's not gonna give you an answer, but it will kind of give you some guidance. Maybe you need to create a server. Maybe the server is free for some time, then it costs money. Maybe you need to connect to the server, and then push the site up. Maybe you need to configure a few things and all that stuff. But it's going to happen eventually, slowly. But it will start with web development. So that's what I'll say. If you get into DevOps, forget DevOps for a second, start web development, and you naturally learn DevOps. That's all I got to say. And I wish you all a nice weekend.